Y'all know what time it is. It is time for the mess, honey. What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for another episode of Yassss for the Mess, and we're here to talk about Kenya Moore and Marc Daly. So let's get into the mess. Now, we already know that Kenya Moore and Marc Daly have had this tossing and turning relationship. One minute they good, the next minute they indifferent, then the next minute they bad, then they want to reconcile, and then they don't want to reconcile. It's just a lot of BS, okay? A whole lot of it, to be quite honest. So, it's like, they, you know, from what Kenya was saying, they were, you know, trying to fix their marriage and all of this other stuff. But there has been some reports that Marc Daly has filed for divorce on her birthday, okay? Now, before we get into the article, if you are a first-time watcher of my Yassss for the Mess, you should know that whenever I do a Yassss for the Mess, I always have to cite my sources. It's just like a gossipy, annotated bibliography. You know, I was taught in the 11th grade that whenever you do a report, you got to cite your sources and put it in an annotated bib. That's what I pride myself on, and it is what it is. And today's article comes from page6.com. So I'm going to read you the article, then I'm going to give you my opinion on it, and then after that you put your opinions in the comments. Let's get to it. Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kenya Moore and Marc Daly break up again. Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kenya Moore and husband Marc Daly are once again calling it quits after attempting to reconcile following their 2019 split. After recently attending meditation, Kenya and I have agreed to end our marriage. Restaurant, Lord have mercy, entrepreneur Daly, 50 years old, told The Root in a statement. I will always have a great care for her and look forward to amicably continuing to co-parent our daughter Brooklyn with an abundance of love and wisdom. The pair were married in 2017 during a private ceremony in St. Lucia. Their daughter Brooklyn Doris Daly was born in November 2018. The couple split less than a year later in 2019. Instead of entertaining Bravo cameras, Daly intends to pour his energy into helping his Brooklyn community, adding, as always, in addition to perpetual self-improvement, my primary focus will continue to be helping the undeserved and people of color in Brooklyn to recover from the negative impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm blessed to have a positive change agent, not just my family, but also my community. Moore discussed their attempt at reconciliation during an April 2020 visit to Watch What Happens Live. We're actually getting along better than we've gotten along probably shortly after we got married. I mean, it's just been no arguments, no real fights or disagreements. He's been really sweet and caring and thoughtful. It's like, wow, you know, this is the man I married. And that was the page 6 article surrounding Kenya Moore and Marc Daly's newly separated situation. Now, here's what Scotty by Nature has to say about it. Girl, are you surprised? Is anybody surprised? And the fact that he did this around her birthday is very telling. And the fact that even in the statement, he didn't say he you know, he has a great love for her. He said a great care for her. He don't give a damn about Kenya Moore, and that's very certain. Like, it's like from the time he came on screen, it's like he didn't even like Kenya. And Kenya looked like a crazy person trying to you know, settle and talk to him and do all of this other stuff to please him when he really did not care about her at all. And I feel like that was very crazy. Not only crazy, but it was just ridiculous how she was just numbing herself down for a man that really didn't give a damn about her. And you know what? I hate to say this, but for so many years, Kenya has disrespected other people's marriages. Kenya has had a lot to say about other people's marriages and has so many different opinions, from Phaedra to Portia to Kim Fields to other people. And now that she's going through her own situation, now she's, you know, separating from her husband for a second time. you know, it's like, okay, is this your karma kicking your ass for all the things you said about these other women in their unions? I don't know. I'm not God. I'm not here to put nobody in no heaven or no hell, because I gotta you know, account for everything I did on Judgment Day myself. So I'm not here to judge. But it's one thing about those tables, they do turn. And when you sit up and you talk about everybody else and what they got going on in their life and pass judgment on other people, you're going to get that same shit back. And this is what's going on. You talked about everybody else's husband, but your man, as fine as he wasn't shit. Like, he treated you like you were nobody. And it was very sad to watch. But I'm not blaming this on Kenya, because I don't know what happened in her marriage. I don't know what made them want to, you know, go ahead and separate again. But I just think that this was probably the best thing for Kenya, because he was really making her look like a fraud and a clown in these streets because of the way he was treating her. And it's like she was trying to overcompensate to let everybody know that, you know, she was in love with this man and that he loved her. But in all reality, he did. I'm not judging, because I've done the same thing. In my last relationship, it was like, I overcompensated. Like, I did a lot to prove myself when he wasn't proving himself at all. And there were situations where I stayed, even though I knew it was nothing. Like, I've talked about this on my videos before, but I want to say back in 2014, I was dating a man, and, you know, he was very sweet to me, and then all of a sudden, I look up, he's engaged. Then that engagement breaks off, and then he comes back to me. And because I'm young and in love, I take him back. You know, I forgive him because he said he was sorry, and I take him back. He do the same thing he was already doing, being sweet, being kind to me. Next thing you know, he distanced himself from me, and he's engaged to someone else, which is now my friend. Ain't that something? We dated the same man, and now we're friends. That's something. And then the next thing you knew, they break up again. And then no, they break up, and this is all within a 3-month span. In a 3-month span, they break up. And then it's like, okay, he calls me crying, and, you know, he wants my forgiveness yet again. And I decided to give him a third chance. And that third chance, he did the same thing. He took me on a trip. He bought me clothes. He paid for everything when he took me out for my birthday. And then next thing you know, we come back home. Maybe a week or two later, he is engaged to yet a third person, all within an 8-month span. So I'm just like, oh my God. And that was probably the most embarrassing, humiliating thing in my life. Luckily, nobody really knew that I was with him. Nobody, it was never public that we were together. So I'm kind of happy that it didn't go public. But that was one situation where I sat there and I stayed there because I love someone. Just because you love somebody don't mean you're supposed to be with them. And just because you love somebody don't mean they have your best interest at heart. And that's just what it is. So with that being said, you guys, this be your boy Scotty. Be sure to like, rate, comment, and subscribe, and share this video. Follow me on all social media, which will be at the bottom. And I'm out here, you guys. Until my next video, I'll holler at you. Peace out.